Hello students. Last presentation we had discussed on impulse turbine and reaction turbine. Today we will discuss on compounding of turbine, regenerative field heating and governing of turbine. Compounding of turbine. Generally, in a steam power plant, the steam is expanded from boiler pressure to condenser pressure. Its velocity is extremely high. This results in high rotational speed of the turbine as speed is directly proportional to the steam velocity. Such a high rotational speed of turbine is not useful for any practical purpose and hence it becomes necessary to reduce the rotor speed of turbine by gearing as there is danger of failure of blade due to the excessive centrifugal stresses when a single stage of blades is used. Several methods are used to reduce this high rotary speed. This method consists of multiple systems of rotors in series key on common shaft and the steam pressure or steam velocity is absorbed in stages as it flows over the rotor blades. This is known as a compounding. Method of compounding: pressure compounding, velocity compounding, and pressure velocity compounding. Pressure compounding. Pressure compounding is done by arranging the expansion of steam in number of stages. So, we could arrange a number of single impulse turbines in series on the same shaft, allowing the exhaust steam from one turbine to enter the nozzle of the next turbine. Each of the simple impulse turbine terms a stages of turbine. Each stage contains a set of fixed nozzle and moving blade. The nozzles are fitted into diaphragms which separate one wheel chamber from a next. Figure shows two-stage simple impulse pressure compounded turbine. Complete expansion of steam takes place in fixed nozzle. The space between any two diaphragms being fitted with steam at constant pressure. The total pressure drop of steam does not take place in the first nozzle ring but divided equally among all set of nozzle rings. Thus the total pressure drop is splitted up into series of smaller pressure drop. So this type of compounding is called as pressure compounding. Velocity compounding. This type of turbine consists of fixed set of rings of nozzle or two or more rings of moving blades as shown in figure. Has two rings of moving blades on the rotor and one ring of number of guide or stationary blades arranged between the moving blade and set in reverse manner which are attached to the casing of turbine. The steam from boiler is passed through the nozzle where it expands and gains high velocity. This high velocity steam jet is made to guide over a first ring of moving blade. The steam gives up only a part of its kinetic energy. Then its direction is changed and passed over the fixed blade. The fixed blade only changes the direction of steam to flow over a second set of moving blade on the shaft where it gives another portion of kinetic energy. The variation of pressure and velocity is shown in figure. Pressure velocity compounding. It is a combination of pressure and velocity compounding. The total pressure drop of steam is divided into number of stages. The pressure and velocity variation is shown in figure. A ring of nozzle is fitted at beginning of each stage, so each stage is separated from adjacent stage by a diaphragm containing nozzle. Regenerative feed heating. The process of draining steam from the certain section of turbine during its expansion and using this steam for heating feed water supplied to boiler. This process of heating feed water is known as regenerative feed heating. Feed heating systems are two types. One, when the bleed steam does not mix with feed water. In this, condensate of condenser passes through the coil of feed water heater which is surrounded by bleed steam from the turbine. This bleed steam heats the condensate flowing through the coil and heat it. Second, when bleed steam is mixed with feed water. In this case, feed water and bleed steam come in direct contact with each other, is then supplied to boiler. Advantages of regenerative feed heating. The thermal efficiency of boiler increase as heat input decreases. Second, capacity of condenser is reduced. Third, reduce the fuel consumption. Disadvantage of regenerative feed heating is cost of power plant is increases. Governing of turbine. Governor. The function of governor is to regulate the supply of steam to the turbine so that the speed of rotation shall remain constant at all load. Method of governing of steam turbine. First, throttle governing. Second, nozzle control governing. Third, bypass governing. Throttle governing. Let us consider an instant when the load on turbine increases. As a result, the speed of turbine decreases. The fly ball of governor will come down. The fly ball brings down the sleeves. The downward movement of the sleeves will raise the control valve rod. The mouth of the pipe AA will open. Now the oil under a pressure will rush from the control valve to right side of piston in the release cylinder through the pipe A. This will move the piston and spear towards the left which will open more area of nozzle. As a result, steam flow rate into the turbine increases, which in turn brings the speed of the turbine to the normal range. Nozzle control governing. The arrangement of nozzle control governing is shown in figure. The poppet type valve uncover as many steam passes as necessary to meet the load, each passage serving a group of nozzles. The control governor has the advantage of using steam at full boiler pressure. The nozzles are divided into four groups N1, N2, N3 and N4 and the control valves V1, V2, V3 and V4 controls the amount of steam supplied to each nozzle group respectively. Under full load condition, all the regulating valves are open. When the load on the turbine is reduced, the supply of steam to a group of nozzles is shut off. Bypass governing. Modern impulse turbine operating at high pressure consist of number of stages of comparatively small means diameter. All such turbines are designed for definite load, termed as economical load, at which efficiency is maximum. This type of governing is not applicable where the very small enthalpy drop in the first stage. Also, it is desirable to have full admission in the high pressure stage at an economical load so as to reduce losses. Thus, difficulties are overcome by the use of bypass governing as shown in figure. The steam entering to the turbine passes through inlet valve which is controlled by the governor. The steam after passing through the inlet valve enters the nozzle box of or steam chest. For the load up to economical load, the governing is affected by throttling, that is by controlling the load. A bypass valve opens automatically, allowing the steam to pass from first stage nozzle box into steam belt so the steam enters into the nozzle of the fourth stage. As the load on turbine decreases, the bypass valve closes first. The bypass valve is also under control of speed governor. Thank you.